a blueberry lemon mule. So let's get your mule cup with ice. Here we have our blueberry and lemon juice, an ounce of each. 2 ounces of vodka. Shake it up. Always clean your tins. A clean bar is a good bar. Top of ginger beer. Lemon. Smack of mint. Some blueberries. We're good to go. Technically, you're not supposed to start that way. I put the spirits in first. If you make a mistake, that's waste. So you want to always put the other stuff in first. But
welcome to another session of Can I Have Another? We are here today at Bar Restoration in Lindenhurst. We are here with our bartender,
Tyler.
How you doing, Tyler? How's everything going?
I'm good. Nice Saturday morning here at Restoration in Lindenhurst.
Very nice. You want to start?
Okay, so you kind of told us the backstory earlier, but how did Restoration do you then?
How did Restoration get in my life? So pretty much, a funny story. I was actually working at a frozen yogurt place up on North Wellwood Avenue in Lindenhurst. I was 15 years old, I want to say, 16 years old. I quit my job, and on my way home, I see this place like under construction. I'm like, what is this place? So I just literally walk in. I meet Billy, the owner, and I'm like, you guys hiring? He's like, yeah, you want to start tomorrow? I'm like, yeah. Like, what do you mean tomorrow? He's like, oh, we're opening tomorrow. This place did not even look like this. Overnight, they, like, obviously weeks of progress, but they did it overnight. They got it done. I showed up the next day. I was flipping quesadillas. I was running food. I was cleaning dishes. I was doing everything. So I kind of started from the bottom here ever since this place opened up, August 28th, 2018, I want to say. And I kind of just worked every single position in this restaurant. And so I was a delivery driver, server, bar back, all that stuff. And like 3-4 years ago, I just was like enthralled by the bar, and I just wanted to learn. And now I've just been doing it every Saturday since. I'm not full-time anymore. I just work there on the weekends, and I bartend every Saturday, 10 to like 8, 9 o'clock at night. It's one of my favorite shifts I've ever had here, like having consistent shifts. I love my Saturdays. It's just a perfect day, especially when we have college football on. I have my regulars that come by. Yeah, I just love bartending.
Okay, so like, what's your go-to drink if you're like in a good mood?
A good mood. Honestly, I'm a big setting drinker. It all depends about the weather, where I am, what am I watching, who I'm with. I would say right now on a sunny day like this, I'd honestly have a nice ice cold beer right now. I do love an espresso martini at night. I had a couple of those last night. I like a good old fashioned when it's really cold out. I like white Russians. I'm really not a picky guy at all. I'll drink dirty martinis all night long. I'm a setting drinker, if that makes sense.
I like that. Yeah, every time you're always feeling, I like that. At the same time.
And okay, so what's a drink that you hate making, but you pretend like you don't hate it?
Pretend that I don't hate making it.
If you hate it.
Don't tell him. The espresso martini flights. It's just a lot of work. They're very good. They're aesthetically pleasing. They taste great. I'll gladly make it for you guys. It's just a lot of like minuscule work to make it, but they do look really good and they come out really well. One of my favorite drinks to make is honestly I like making old fashions because like they're my favorite cocktail, so I do enjoy making them.
I mean, considering cocktails, like I mean, like the old fashioned, much like stuff that are like kind of going away, and most stuff is now is opening the can and stuff like that. How do you feel about that? Do you rather have an old fashioned made, or do you rather have a ready to go can? And
Definitely,
stuff like that?
definitely made. So that category is called RTDs, ready to drinks, like
Yes.
Surfside Sun Cruisers. Those are
Yes.
skyrocketing right now.
Yes.
I would gladly crush a vodka tea in a can like a Surfside, but in terms of if I want like a cocktail experience, I would never want to go to a bar and have someone open a can for me. It's just not the same. Like you guys are podcasters, you guys are interviewing me. Like you come to the bar to get this experience. You don't come to have someone crack a can and walk away. So that's all involved in it. So that's why I don't tend to get ready to drinks when I go out to the bars, and also it just tastes better.
Yeah, I feel like it's a barbecue can. Like pretty much
100%.
barbecue or wherever can. Most you want to drink something that has a good taste to it and stuff like that. And if you do vodka, whatever, just do vodka and iced tea.
Yeah, and isn't it cooler watching the guy make it or a woman make it?
It's more magic watching them make it. Sometimes they make a really good drink. By the way, they mix
It's like the
everything.
aesthetic of it, just like the whole
Yeah.
process. So like you said, just pop the can open, like, here you go. And you're
It's not the same.
to do something, yeah.
I consider you said regulars. I mean, to us regulars, bartenders, I'm sorry, regulars are very important. Now, do you treat regulars as like regulars to you like the best friends, or someone that's always been coming here, or just like?
I would
friends outside?
say it's a mixture of different things. Every single worker and any restaurant or bar has their own regulars and know of other people's regulars, if that makes sense. So like I have my regulars that don't necessarily come for me, but they prefer if I'm here, if that makes sense. Not in a bad way to other people. So I obviously treat them with like they're my best friend because I do enjoy time with them in or outside the bar. There's other people that I know they specifically come for certain bartenders or servers, and I'll make sure I take extra good care of them because I know they come here all the time, whether I'm their server, bartender or not. And then there's people that you just recognize that are here all the time. Even if I'm not even on a first name basis with them, it's like, just make sure, I mean, obviously you want to make sure everyone's meal or drink comes out well, but the people that come here and support your business on a day in, day out basis, you want to make sure they're having a good time every single time. So that's what I would probably say my experience with regulars are.
Have you ever made a good friend doing this? Like, has it someone like you never met before that also became a pal or something like that? Like someone to talk to every single day outside the bar?
I would say there's definitely a couple people, older people, like I would say like 40s and 50-year-olds, like man and wife that I see every now and then outside the bar, just talk about life. I like bartending, like tend to meet older people and get along with them.
Yeah.
And this couple I actually hang out with, I would say once every couple of months we see each other. Yeah.
Do you feel like bartending is dying? When you see older couples coming, do you feel like a lot of younger kids are not coming as much? Or do you feel like it's still around the same?
I would say I'm young, so like I go out. Like I went out last night, and I saw a good amount of people out my age. It all depends on where you are, what time of the year you're going. I would say this place is generally 25 and up for the most part because we're more of a cocktail experience.
Yeah.
No 21-year-old's really going to go spend $23 on an old fashioned or whatever it may be. So I would say it really just depends on where you are. And when you go into like the night scene, all the ready to drink places, those are flooded with 21-year-olds. In terms of this experience, I would say it's definitely 25 and up. And those are more the generally people that I'm dealing with from my personal experience.
Pretty much working in a bar like this, do you like going to the same bars like this, or you look at a little more party bar, a little more music bar?
I like doing new things. I like going, like I have this one thing with one of my friends that right now we've been at a lull, but we had a streak there. Every Thursday we'd pick a bar that we've never been to, go get like 2 drinks and appetizer and go home. Every Thursday. We did it for like 4 months straight. And I like nightclubs. I definitely like partying, but I also like going to a chill bar like this and sitting down for a couple hours, eating some good food. So I'm indifferent.
Good talk with people, good talk with bartenders, stuff like that.
Okay, well, talking back to like regulars, or not even regulars, just people that have come here. Like, have you had like moments where like something happened and it was funny, and like you still laugh about it, like either years later or months later?
I would say obviously bartenders have the best ears, and I can hear everything. Just like how your mom can hear everything in the house, I can hear everything at the bar, whether you think it or not.
Apparently, heard that a lot. It's like good to know.
Yes, and I wouldn't necessarily say that I remember anything in particular, but with my regulars, I remember certain aspects or stories of their life. And like, if we're talking again months down the road, I'll bring it up and we'll all laugh about it, if that makes sense. Like just a story about their family. And then 4 months down the road, we're talking about stuff from, oh, remember that time you told me this, blah, blah, blah. And I would say that's where that comes into play for me personally.
It makes a good relationship between partner and patron and stuff like that. Partner and patron, which is great.
Okay, so I mean, because there are 25-year-olds. I mean, it could be older too, because people get into fights all the time. Have there ever been like a fight here where
No.
everyone's pretty chill?
Everyone's really cool here. I'll say the town of Lyndhurst is a safe town. I would say there's no bad nightlife here compared to maybe some other towns. Everyone's pretty much respectful here. Obviously, any bar, there's going to be people that have one too many, and that happens. But I would say everyone treats people with respect here. If people are getting a little too over the top, I've definitely once mentioned it to people, but in a nice way. But hey, I'm going to have to cut you off right now. And people are usually take it the right way. Or I'll just give them a drink, not charge them, and don't put any alcohol in it, and they don't know any better. So I would say this place is pretty good with that stuff.
Now, do you have like a sign to the bartender? Like, pretty much you have everything set your way.
100%.
You don't, so you like your way. You don't
Yes.
really like anyone else behind the bar. Now, is there a way you how to serve people? Like, pretty much you look at people's drinks, where they're at, and stuff like that. Is it like a back and forth thing, or are you just always checking on people?
You feel it out. Some people like to be checked on. Some people don't like to be checked on. Like, you kind of feel that right away. You go over here, they're taking a couple of minutes to order food or drink. You ask them the other questions, and you can kind of just tell whether they're shy or antisocial. They don't really want to talk right now. Like, they'll let you know when they're ready. So the more you work in this industry, you'll understand when people are ready to order. It sounds like such a small thing, but people get it. That's worked here. For the most part, I work with my eyes. I'm pretty tall. I can kind of see the whole bar. So I kind of just look at my eyes. If 9 times out of 10, if someone's looking at the bartender, they want something. So you just go right over to them, address the service tickets. And if I know you personally, if I see your drink's low, I'm giving you another beer. Like, there's these 2 guys, they're going to come here today. They watch college football from like 2 o'clock to like 8 o'clock at night. One drinks a Miller Lite, one drinks a draft beer. Whenever it cuts quarter, you give them another one, no questions asked.
Yeah. Questions going on? It's gone. Oh my God.
Has there ever been a night here like that was like either awesome that you never forgot, or like it impacted you in some way or something?
Impacting me in some way.
Or just anything small that just I still remember something else and like.
Honestly, anytime we have live music, we get pretty hectic here in the summer, bartending. Actually, I'll give you an example. Last year for St. Patrick's Day, we had an outdoor bar that we built. We put it outside on our patio, and it was a mob scene. It was really busy. The whole town of Lyndhurst shut down for the parade, and just people were flooding in here. And I was the only bartender outside. We had 2 people in here, and I was outside taking care of all the outside customers. And it was a very fun time. We had people playing like the Irish bag music, pipe music, all that stuff. Everyone dressed in kilts and all that stuff. And I definitely remember that last year because it was just so many people, like over 100 people on that little patio out there. And it was a long day. I got here at like 9 a.m, didn't leave till like 11 o'clock at night. But I just remember that being a really busy day, but it was a very fun day.
Oh my God. Holy crap. And how much you talk about being a bartender, as a psychologist, sociologist, do you feel like a lot of people should get in this job just to feel how other people feel while serving someone, or just like dealing with people on a day-to-day basis? It's not easy, and you've done it for years. So how do you feel? You think people should try this?
I would say to spin that, I would say people should get out of their comfort zone and work in a restaurant. If I have kids one day, I'm making them work in a restaurant, whether they like it or not, because the interpersonal like skills that you learn in this place, in terms of like respect, responsibility, and obviously just communication, you learn so much in this place, whether you're a hostess, a busser, a bartender, a server, an expo, talking with the kitchen, like at the end of the day, it all comes back to communication. And to get out of your comfort zone to learn this type of stuff will help you in the long run, whether it's interviewing at a job, doing a podcast like this, meeting girls or meeting guys out on dates. Like, it helps a lot in the long run. So 100%. So like, I have friends that are looking for like extra side jobs, and they're almost like scared to dive into this industry. I'm like, dude, you can make a good amount of money in 3 shifts and like pay for whatever bills you need to pay for in 3 days. And they're just not comfortable enough to get out of their shell and talk to people like kind of how I'm doing right now. And I definitely would recommend people to get out of their comfort zone and do stuff like this. And on terms of like being a therapist, 100%. Like my ears have gotten better, by not in terms of just listening to people, like actually like listening to people and understanding what they're saying. And at first when I started working back here, it was more of like, oh, just shut up. Like I just want to make a drink. But now, like the longer I'm here, the older I'm getting, the more perspective I'm learning. It's cool to hear everyone's story, whether having a bad day or a good day.
So, what do you feel restoration does here that's different than a lot of other bars?
Well, for starters, we make all these syrups from scratch. So we'll boil the fruit or the plant or the flower, like this blueberry, with sugar and water. And I feel like when I was younger, when I first started working here, I was like mesmerized by that process because not a lot of people would home make all their ingredients. So I think in terms of our quality of our ingredients, they're pretty high because we do everything from scratch. And that goes a long way, especially if you're having 8 Moscow mules, because if you have it from Applebee's, that's all fake stuff, and this is at least real quality ingredients. Obviously, we're a non-for-profit restaurant, so we donate all of our net profits to local charities at the end of our quarter. Like right now, we're working with Liam's Legacy, and they help out kids with special needs play baseball. So it helps everyone hit a home run at the end of the day. So right now, they're working on building a field to help out a bunch of kids that aren't able to play on a full-size baseball field. So the cause here is fantastic. I'm proud to say that I've been a part of it since day one. And just the vibe here, look at this place. It looks like a living room on Thanksgiving. That's why this place is so homey. Like I get all the time, people come here and say, when I come back, I'm bringing 4 of my family members when I sit down at a table, and it's just so homey here. And I'm getting the chills talking about it right now. Like I love this place.
Yeah. We can tell just by the way you talk
It's a
about
great place,
It's like
yeah.
you just tell it in your eyes.
Yeah, check them out, guys, because everything goes to charity and stuff like that. It's a very nice place they do. The food's excellent, drinks are excellent. Now, when you serve, when someone's eating something, do you ever try to make them oh, you should try this drink with that meal or stuff like that? Or is this pretty much you let them decide?
My approach is normally if I see them taking a while, I would say, hey, do you guys have any questions? Or in terms of cocktails, what do you drink? You drink bourbon, you drink vodka. And they say a little bit of everything. And I just hit them with our classics. Do you like blueberry lemon mule? It's the most ordered drink on the menu. Usually, boom, they order it. Or if they say vodka, or if they say wine or sangria, oh, caramel apple sangria, perfect with the season, you'll like it. Like I tend to kind of just sell somebody on it. Like tell me what you like and I'll give it to you. In terms of food, I just tell them what I personally like. I'll give them maybe 1 sandwich, 1 quesadilla, 1 burger, 1 salad. I kind of just try to recommend like that. I don't try to force anything on anybody. I just try to tell people what I think is good. I just try to hear what their palate is, just so I can hopefully give them some insight.
Bring it to everyone.
So, what's the difference? Is there a difference between a Monday vibe and a Friday vibe?
So I haven't worked here in a while during the weekdays. Every now and then I'll pick up maybe like a Wednesday or Thursday shift, but that's very minuscule. I would say there is definitely a different vibe. We have live music on the weekends, and in the summer we actually have live music almost every night. Behind the bar, though, it's definitely different because there's less staff people here. So if we do get busy, it's almost more hectic because we have less staff members during a weekday. So if we just get an unexpected rush, like everyone's in the weeds working. The vibe here on the weekend, everyone's just happy, it's the weekend here. And I think everyone comes here and enjoys themselves whereas during the week, not as many people drink during the week. And it can be maybe slower on some nights. But in terms of recency, I can't speak on too much how it is here during the week.
So get to know you. So you grew up in Lyndhurst, from what I heard. You went to high school here and stuff like that. So you went to college somewhere, and what was your major? What did you get into?
So when I was little, I thought I wanted to be a sports broadcaster. So I went to school for sports media at Ithaca College. And I do like media still. I consume a lot of media. And I listen to podcasts. I drive for my job, which I can get into in a second, which you guys would actually be interested in. But I drive a lot. So I listen to podcasts all day long. I consume sports media all day long. Unfortunately, being in front of the camera, speaking with the mic, on your side of things, I tried it out. It just wasn't really for me. I do like radio and podcasts, being behind the mic with no camera. I do enjoy that. And one of these days I would like to get back into it as a hobby, but I couldn't really land a job, and I was full-time here. And that's when I got into my job now. I'm a beer salesman for Manhattan Beer Distributors.
Oh, wow.
So through this job, I kind of learned about that industry a little bit, and I applied and I got a job and kind of worked my way up with the company. And right now I have my own route. So I sell to restaurants and bars from Patchogue to Montauk.
Oh, that's really cool.
So
has anyone tried to steal you from this place and have them work at bad bars?
No. I have had people on my route for my actual job. They asked me to bartend, but I'm like, unfortunately, I live nowhere near Montauk, and I don't plan on driving there for a Thursday night shift.
Yeah, it's a little tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's like almost like a family here, like home and stuff. Like even I guess with customers as well. Has anyone done like anything sweet like for other people, just like another customer doing for somebody else, or a person doing sweet for a bartender servers?
Yeah, I would say some people that come here like regulars, I've gotten Christmas cards from them, and I reciprocate. Like I have two regulars that one of the women is a huge Aaron Rodgers fan, so I bought her an Aaron Rodgers jersey for Christmas.
A Jet one.
It was a Jet one. Yeah. And so yeah, there's definitely been some minor gift exchanges over the years between regulars and bartenders and stuff like that. And even like we have a staff Christmas party. So in terms of in-house, we do White Elephant. Billy orders in some food, makes some drinks, and we'll all have a nice night in-house as a staff.
Now, how long have you been a bartender again? How many years?
It's like 3 to 4 years, I'd say now.
I think you're gonna keep this job like going forever.
I really don't see myself quitting. The money's too good. If I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. Look, I went out last night pretty late. Woke up, drove to work. I'm off on little to no sleep. Yeah. But once you get in the groove here, have a cup of coffee, you're good to go. And I work with some of my best friends work here, but when I get home from work, yeah, I'm tired, but it was worth it at the end of the day. I always have a good time working, and obviously when you look in your pocket at the end of the night, that's kind of nice because I have an unhealthy addiction to traveling, so I use this job to fund my my hobbies. So
nothing wrong with that.
No.
We all have a hobby.
Now, going to like another bar, like you said, you make cocktails here. Do you ever like learn from another bartender how they make a cocktail, and you ever bring that into your own making of a cocktail?
I would say maybe not. I would say like different types of cocktails. Yeah, I always pick people's brains when I go out to the bar, especially at like a nicer place, because those nicer places are way better than I am. I'm just a 24-year-old kid shaking up drinks, So when I go to like a really fancy cocktail bar, I do like to pick their brain a little bit. So like we've had drink creations here that I've made, which is pretty cool. That's been on the menu and stuff like that. So I definitely, whenever I go out anywhere, my mom always tells me this is a funny story. This is why going on dates is tough for me, because my mind is racing when I'm sitting down at a bar, because I'm thinking, I would do this way. I'd run the food this way. I'd serve the person this way. I'd make the drink this way. I'm just thinking about all these different things when I go out to eat and drink. So anyone that works in the industry can definitely understand that. Like your mind is everywhere when you're out to eat, and you're always picking people's brains, because at the end of the day, they do your job too. So it's nice to talk to somebody that does similar things.
Now, I know you're doing the drive for the selling alcohol. Have you ever thought about opening your own bar and your own business? I
already have a name for it, so
that's amazing. That's awesome. We're not going to ask.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's my last name. My last name is Purdy, so Purdy Good Pub. That's my idea, or Purdy Good and Co.
I like that.
I like Purdy Good and Co. with like the period, like it's Purdy Good Company, but Purdy Good and Co. Yeah. So one of these days, I would love to open up a bar, 100%.
That sounds great. Now, kind of personal, like you're a good-looking guy. I mean, good women coming in here. So you ever put that smooth on to like, or you have a girlfriend? I don't want to get.
I'm single.
Ladies?
Let's just say I'm treated nice here. It's fun, Bartending is fun. I'm lucky. Yeah, no comment. I don't know what to say. You can put 2 and 2 together. Yeah.
Well, has there ever been a moment where, like, the person on this side likes you, and you kind of have to, you don't like that person? How do you let them down, or do you just?
I've honestly never lied. I've never said like, I have a girlfriend card. I usually just kind of brush it off. If they force their number into your hand, then you kind of figure that out in the future, if you text them or not. But usually I think they kind of understand,
you don't want to hurt anyone. That's fine.
Yeah, like I think they can catch your vibe if they're the one approaching you. But yeah, that's what I have to say about that.
Yeah. Lead anyone. It's great. Now, is there anything you want to say to like people about being a bartender? Talk to the public. Say like, where's something like that could like say to you, please, like healthy bartenders just work hard and stuff.
I would here's something that I would like to say. I saw this video once and it like really resonated with me from the Instagram. Not just a bartender. You guys should check it out. It's a really cool Instagram page about this guy bartending. And this, when I was full time in the restaurant, this quote that he said really spoke to me because when I was full time here, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life, and I was almost like embarrassed to like tell people that like I was a full time bartender or server, like meeting girls out or meeting people out or even family asking, "Oh, what are you up to? You're still bartending?" It's like, "Oh, I'm literally making more money than my friend that has a full time job right now." But like the word bartending, server, work in restaurant, like that speaks to other people a sort of way. So like, not I wasn't like depressed, but like I was just a little down. I couldn't figure out where I want to end up in my career. And this guy said, he's like, one time he was bartending and this high class business guy was talking to him and he's like, "What are you like? You're just bartending right now?" He's like, "No, like I'm not just a bartender. I'm serving you a drink. I'm giving you a great experience. We're having a good time together, and like you almost like diminish what I just did for you." And like pretty much his point is that I'm not just a bartender. I'm a human being. Like this is a great industry to work in. You meet such cool people. You never know what opportunities will come out of this. And like that kind of just spoke to me. So like my message would be like, if you are a full-time server bartender, like don't let that discourage you. First off, you're making great money, more than some other people have in a 9 to 5 job, and just live your life. You never know what's going to happen because of this job, and be proud of it.
I just want to say that's kind of like why we did this podcast, why we started the podcast, because like you just said, you're not, just a bartender, you're a person. You guys have lives out of here, and maybe bartending is what you want to do for the rest of your life.
And that's totally fine.
Or but there's some people that are songwriters, actors, all types of stuff. People go to college and then they, get a doctor's degree or whatever. Everyone's a bartender is different because you have their lives.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with it. They wanted to keep this job forever or not. So that's why we kind of wanted to go out and, just show people that you guys are more than just a bartender.
100%.
Yeah, your skills are there either way you look at it. You deal with people talk.
I've had people offer me jobs on Wall Street. I'm not even kidding you. I've had a guy literally come in here. He's like, "Dude, you can get a job for me whenever you want. I don't care. You don't have a degree. Here's my card. Here's my number. I have his number in my phone. I can call him up right now and he can get me a job."
But that's the thing with bartending too. You meet so many different people from different walks of life.
Yeah, I've been invited to weddings, like crazy stuff.
That's one thing you have to look at, which is great in life.
Yeah.
Even though you're still young and stuff like that, but you show. People love you. People want you.
And this job travels around the world. Like I would like to actually go like bartend at a beach bar in Australia, and like I'm like really considering it in like a year. Just like
that'd be amazing.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Just screwing out of society and just go do something for a couple months. But like these skills can get you a paycheck at the end of the day anywhere in the world, which is pretty cool. Not a lot of jobs transfer like that. So.
We hope to travel with the podcast. So
100%.
Countries.
That'd be so cool. Interviewing.
Our biggest thing is try to get this worldwide. That's what we want.
Because I'm sure they do things differently, in other countries and we do here, and then like how they go about their life.
100%.
Well, Todd, I have to thank you so much. Is there any way you want to plug yourself to the Instagram? Tell come see me at Restoration. Is there anything you want to say?
Yeah, I work pretty much every Saturday from 10 a.m. to like anywhere from 8 to 9 o'clock bartending. I would say 3 to 4 Saturdays in a month I'm here. Come by, have a drink. I'm a pretty good time. I'll have a drink with you. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'd say. Thanks for having me, guys. It was a great conversation. I really hope some people listening actually take me up on the offer and come check out this place. It's right by the train, so you don't got to worry about drinking and driving. Ubers are pretty accessible in this town. You can take a train to Babylon. You can go anywhere over here. It's a pretty cool experience. We give back to the community, all these local charities, and we meet cool people like you guys. So definitely come on by.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. It was great. Thank you for another session. I'm going to have another. Have a great night.
Sweet. That's cool.
That was awesome.